The girl who taught her grandma to read. There was a little girl who lived in a village with her grandmother. The girl's grandmother didn't know how to read or write. One day, the girl came across an old tattered book, and she brought it to her grandmother. "Look, Grandma, look," she said. "Let's learn to read." But her grandmother just pushed the book away. "I'm too old to learn," she said. "It's never too late to learn," the girl said. So the girl started reading the book, and after a while she began reading to her grandmother. Every day the girl would read a little bit more to her grandmother. And after a few weeks, her grandmother began to memorize some of the words. Then one day, something wonderful happened. The grandmother began to speak. "I want to read this," she told her granddaughter, and so they switched places. The girl became the teacher, and the grandmother became the student. She began reading the book to her granddaughter. From then on, they spent their days reading books together. They read about faraway lands and exciting adventures. They read stories about brave knights and magical creatures. They read poems and jokes and riddles. They read everything. One day the grandmother finished reading the last page of the last book they had. They had read all the books in the house. The girl and her grandmother looked at each other. Neither of them had anything to say. They had loved reading these books so much. But now all the stories were finished. Then the girl had an idea. She went to the village and collected all the book covers she could find. Then she made a beautiful collage with the pictures from the book covers. She hung it on the wall where they could both see it every day. Whenever they looked at the collage, they remembered all the wonderful stories they had read. They remembered the brave knights and the magical creatures and all the other things that made reading so fun. From that day on, whenever they felt sad or bored, they looked at the collage and thought of all the great stories they had read together. And they knew that as long as they had each other and the memories they shared, they would never be truly alone. The end.